子供に英検合格させたいチャンネル。大学受験 Teap 試験前に覚える1900語。最初の800語。
Create, increase, improve, mean, own, include, consider, allow, suggest, produce. Decide, offer, require, share, store, tend, concern, describe, involve, reduce. Design, force, limit, bear, affect, deal, avoid, relate, realize, encourage. Compare, measure, exist, mark, challenge, depend, object, demand, found, complete. Idea, accord, company, interest, research, cause, reason, effect, influence, situation. Environment, skill, matter, view, value, species, thought, knowledge, memory, practice. Benefit, theory, issue, experiment, article, focus, subject, project, quality, role. Term, statement, material, evidence, source, community, technology, culture, appropriate, likely. Possible, individual, public, common, certain, similar, recent, major, patient, particular. Physical, various, available, native, political, due, blank, ancient, correct, despite. Notice, refer, approach, wonder, imagine, recognize, solve, occur, argue, claim. Express, draw, waste, advance, spread, prepare, gain, achieve, establish, supply. Suppose, perform, prefer, determine, treat, prove, apply, mention, communicate, contain. Contact, regard, respect, search, connect, decline, prevent, suffer, survive, publish. Opportunity, task, industry, medium, economy, policy, account, trade, model, figure. Cell, image, emotion, stress, decade, range, character, advantage, phrase, damage. Impact, method, resource, region, medicine, detail, feature, function, access, item. Income, attitude, site, aspect, structure, habit, link, instance, positive, negative. Complex, current, mental, specific, significant, essential, official, financial, academic, aware. Worth, potential, active, digital, mobile, novel, plastic, chemical, necessary, eventually. Identify, represent, indicate, manage, attend, maintain, survey, replace, sort, conduct. Associate, attempt, promote, earn, unite, feed, seek, observe, reveal, estimate. Reflect, attract, decrease, ignore, match, define, adapt, contribute, exchange, display. Respond, hide, doubt, remove, wind, assume, relax, satisfy, desire, succeed. Concept, fashion, device, charge, contrast, colleague, pain, bill, content, section. Audience, surface, crop, topic, technique, status, option, reward, race, crime. Conflict, struggle, context, debate, fuel, pollution, trend, balance, traffic, strategy. Basis, consequence, aim, ancestor, gene, track, revolution, progress, cognitive, ideal. Efficient, universal, vast, extra, entire, familiar, obvious, moral, ordinary, equal. Previous, false, rare, legal, independent, extreme, actual, willing, urban, whereas. Predict, examine, trust, stick, emerge, vary, release, divide, enable, judge. Rely, engage, shift, adopt, acquire, expand, refuse, strike, repeat, consume. Confuse, select, evolve, convince, recall, destroy, preserve, organize, warn, address. Operate, participate, surround, flow, bore, complain, host, combine, extend, appreciate. Target, element, principle, phenomenon, atmosphere, origin, personality, capacity, profit, circumstance. Manner, threat, resident, wealth, institution, authority, vote, site, campaign, fund. Web, symbol, analysis, version, perspective, crisis, disaster, lecture, psychology, gender. Custom, court, desert, soil, agriculture, fossil, document, vocabulary, intelligent, conscious. Capable, accurate, fundamental, artificial, firm, overall, rural, military, nuclear, biological. Constant, severe, visual, enormous, convenient, domestic, mass, typical, overseas, nevertheless. Demonstrate, behave, educate, purchase, recommend, admit, generate, explore, amaze, tier. Settle, afford, conclude, advertise, encounter, remind, locate, aid, bite, deliver. Perceive, distinguish, imply, handle, praise, appeal, insist, compete, rank, deny. Reject, intend, expose, favor, inspire, propose, spell, breathe, repair, consist. Comment, instruction, religion, neighborhood, laboratory, presence, confidence, harm, instrument, category. Capital, outcome, notion, review, trait, diversity, victim, occasion, facility, stock. Conference, humanity, dialect, proportion, tip, lawyer, stuff, comfort, philosophy, mammal. Quantity, landscape, tribe, organ, trial, norm, code, substance, multiple, numerous. Narrow, widespread, sufficient, proper, linguistic, annual, contemporary, contrary, strict, civil. Odd, unknown, superior, sensitive, violent, virtual, regardless, immediate, crucial, somewhat. Interpret, translate, concentrate, request, criticize, overcome, obtain, inform, ensure, announce. Grant, freeze, oppose, differ, hate, emphasize, employ, credit, transform, construct. Rise, beat, regret, alter, absorb, disappoint, cure, transport, rush, hang. Blame, ban, fascinate, recover, celebrate, manufacture, interact, arrange, adjust, confirm. Insight, innovation, budget, fee, expense, debt, loan, duty, alarm, emergency. Democracy, minister, fellow, candidate, corporation, stereotype, route, disorder, depression, weapon. Immigration, barrier, disadvantage, mood, motion, routine, discipline, myth, hypothesis, physician. Client, colony, statistics, grain, ingredient, treasure, contract, welfare, prime, curious. Dramatic, distinct, anxious, vital, conventional, abstract, minor, extraordinary, stable, flexible. Brief, aggressive, visible, unexpected, ethnic, alien, initial, exact, precise, latter. Commit, stimulate, enhance, pursue, react, disagree, stare, abandon, quit, capture. Transfer, bother, persuade, rent, breed, invest, reserve, trace, illustrate, advise. Convey, attach, stretch, puzzle, disturb, crash, cope, permit, impress, suspect. Upset, frighten, import, export, investigate, monitor, calculate, eliminate, ease, launch. Sequence, therapy, symptom, incident, witness, sum, burden, tone, honor, award. Priority, logic, minimum, exception, clue, bond, virus, surgery, insurance, frame. Shelter, territory, boundary, habitat, district, conservation, harvest, predator, trap, trick. Fault, discount, bias, cooperation, patent, dialogue, component, reputation, verbal, internal. Solid, remote, principle, sophisticated, equivalent, rational, relevant, absolute, frequent, permanent. Intense, meaningful, evil, extinct, random, raw, rude, mere, tropical, fourth. Possess, dominate, guarantee, melt, embarrass, discourage, detect, devote, urge, lend. Restrict, isolate, accompany, exhaust, annoy, endanger, acknowledge, admire, evaluate, declare. secure, specialize, attribute, pretend, bury, reverse, resist, scare, imitate, assist. Resemble, retire, neglect, collapse, reform, protest, owe, sustain, assign, accomplish. Wisdom, literacy, heritage, mission, license, elite, layer, motor, protein, profession. Editor, agent, globe, haven, row, sacrifice, means, session, league, contest. Guard, opponent, glance, divorce, tissue, liquid, inequality, prejudice, justice, guideline. Platform, sector, channel, glacier, primate, usage, fortune, correlation, artistic, literary. Classic, liberal, concrete, slight, federal, primitive, unfamiliar, subtle, plain, marine. Apparent, reluctant, temporary, guilty, royal, pure, incredible, eager, adequate, via.
続きの700語。
Assess, approve, remark, pose, yield, exhibit, distribute, command, occupy, pop. Pile, greet, apologize, frustrate, relieve, derive, deserve, peer, defeat, convert. Wed, delight, boost, endure, correspond, impose, rescue, resolve, register, interrupt. Rid, prohibit, compose, misunderstand, punish, ruin, defend, embrace, modify, qualify. Passion, enthusiasm, phase, mode, span, gravity, orbit, asteroid, core, soul. Nerve, infection, mall, grocery, humor, instinct, faith, courage, incentive, prospect. Obstacle, architecture, stem, illusion, discrimination, shame, drought, flavor, portion, recipe. Luxury, chip, ritual, sake, prefecture, council, administration, curriculum, precious, generous. Casual, optimistic, rough, unpleasant, arctic, ultimate, deaf, genuine, manual, mechanical. Instant, spare, immune, harsh, collective, inevitable, profound, steady, mature, likewise. Chase, sue, gaze, slip, load, overwhelm, wander, float, pour, substitute. Pronounce, shrink, restore, trigger, grab, retain, reproduce, bob, entertain, interfere. Cultivate, underlie, anticipate, justify, regulate, scan, classify, submit, pause, lean. Bump, fold, hesitate, pump, mount, exceed, undergo, confront, consult, fulfill. Privilege, formation, dimension, neuron, sensation, chart, geography, panel, semester, workforce. Mill, abuse, vice, fate, tragedy, scenario, allergy, wound, antibiotic, vaccine. Metaphor, folk, fair, transition, maximum, galaxy, mineral, skeleton, counterpart, stroke. Pedestrian, trail, ecology, sibling, ratio, mixture, charm, ambition, prominent, radical. Prompt, informal, mutual, neutral, alert, magnetic, polar, fluent, external, passive. Awful, unrelated, cruel, fake, vulnerable, urgent, spiritual, modest, keen, nonetheless. Negotiate, grasp, donate, arrest, crack, tap, split, forecast, exclude, overlook. Burst, heal, forbid, install, diminish, cite, quote, dispute, highlight, distract. Cheat, foster, obey, bend, deprive, govern, log, transmit, bully, leap. Astonish, thrill, nod, bow, blend, complicate, pitch, persist, dedicate, equip. Premise, input, merit, sympathy, complement, infrastructure, ray, distress, joint, expedition. Adolescent, shade, jury, ethic, penalty, faculty, scheme, nutrition, particle, molecule. Nationality, pole, clinic, dementia, fatigue, dilemma, cue, curve, narrative, fingerprint. File, wilderness, pesticide, panic, fabric, fantasy, fancy, virtue, grateful, valid. elaborate, moderate, dynamic, brave, brilliant, tremendous, oral, innocent, subsequent, shallow. Indifferent, inferior, awkward, obese, pregnant, intimate, medieval, sacred, simultaneously, versus. Proceed, orient, surf, filter, bind, resort, reinforce, accumulate, bet, advocate. Constitute, undertake, grip, dismiss, fade, conceal, chew, swallow, seal, migrate. Exaggerate, accuse, vanish, polish, wipe, sweep, mislead, spoil, compound, explode. Disgust, commute, decorate, postpone, cease, compromise, elect, extract, inherit, rear. Empathy, cue, enterprise, output, Congress, millennium, mankind, Muslim, estate, landmine. Caution, controversy, consensus, retail, fiber, scent, beverage, supplement, diabetes, province. Reef, microbe, excess, gallery, fame, deadline, undergraduate, slavery, prey, mess. Recession, retreat, grave, column, scenery, plot, sculpture, tablet, dense, exotic. Acid, bitter, sensible, noble, vague, parallel, tense, vertical, indigenous, aboriginal. Seasonal, abundant, hybrid, irrelevant, ridiculous, fairy, sensory, chronic, voluntary, inclined. Infer, esteem, tackle, venture, accelerate, accustom, amuse, flourish, thrive, nurture. Click, spin, clip, drag, cast, scatter, tempt, withdraw, yawn, blink. Die, spill, irritate, insult, enforce, rob, drain, suspend, drift, forgive. Revise, recruit, twist, crush, pin, uncover, exploit, implement, integrate, incorporate. Profile, appetite, impulse, script, anniversary, pension, temper, cortex, syndrome, chamber. Utility, cattle, herd, fluid, pity, priest, acquaintance, offspring, famine, deforestation. Jail, commodity, format, recipient, drill, inability, republic, combat, debris, bug. Fraction, index, intuition, motive, consent, hierarchy, monument, asset, decent, competent. Straightforward, cosmetic, delicate, interior, transparent, aesthetic, deliberate, demographic, prehistoric, innate. Mild, toxic, ashamed, humble, peculiar, steep, trivial, magnificent, wireless, ongoing. Assure, proceed, revive, compel, blossom, terrify, violate, suppress, deceive, manipulate. Starve, flee, whisper, yell, deposit, confine, swing, prolong, depict, outline. Shed, emit, renew, utilize, assert, strain, strive, dare, boast, startle. Offend, compute, assemble, worsen, flip, rub, descend, compensate, comprise, prevail. Quest, dignity, criterion, paradox, parliament, legislation, agenda, mainstream, troop, epidemic. Outbreak, chaos, nightmare, horror, cluster, pollen, hive, irrigation, dose, suicide. Feast, cuisine, rumor, proverb, signature, formula, tuition, intake, spectrum, kidney. Gear, isle, grief, destiny, skull, tomb, monk, worship, outstanding, unprecedented. Infinite, worthwhile, indispensable, compulsory, probable, ambiguous, obscure, skeptical, fragile, static. Gradual, vocal, vivid, imperial, hostile, superficial, scarce, gross, inherent, notable. Update, refresh, bloom, conquer, induce, attain, spray, retrieve, portray, scratch. Designate, contradict, sigh, disrupt, depart, navigate, beg, inhabit, diagnose, comprehend. Oblige, cram, flock, underestimate, clarify, spark, seize, soar, glow, disguise. Distort, undermine, abolish, strip, dispose, dump, weave, refine, enrich, coordinate. headline, internship, outlet, remedy, pill, reception, transaction, mutation, dairy, compassion. Posture, curse, funeral, census, encyclopedia, serial, fragment, patch, rubbish, maze. Outlook, breakthrough, triumph, ally, spectator, sphere, county, behalf, interval, circulation. Blade, theft, vacuum, collision, bargain, landmark, revenue, treaty, supreme, thorough. Naked, sincere, tame, insufficient, dim, acute, disabled, metropolitan, monetary, alternate. Partial, divine, drastic, fierce, soul, spontaneous, spatial, neat, tidy, loyal.
最後の400語。
Bless, regain, conform, enroll, entitle, halt, provoke, invade, squeeze, crawl. Digest, utter, refrain, populate, accommodate, steer, drown, dip, soak, stir. Transplant, reassure, resume, speculate, surpass, appoint, intrigue, decay, contaminate, swell. Delete, tolerate, envy, pray, confess, resign, dissolve, unfold, awaken, conceive. Entrepreneur, stake, surplus, inflation, sweatshop, clash, sociology, ideology, margin, realm. Domain, algorithm, prairie, frontier, bullet, shield, despair, radiation, placebo, nursery. Spouse, makeup, mummy, flesh, limb, odor, laundry, tide, questionnaire, nonsense. Revenge, intellect, hospitality, librarian, manuscript, obsession, hygiene, paradigm, legitimate, authentic. Empirical, immense, absurd, weird, accidental, uneasy, jealous, feminine, swift, hollow. Crude, sore, pessimistic, vain, susceptible, edible, sheer, explicit, prone, affluent. Collaborate, exert, excel, prosper, search, intervene, insert, overtake, snap, carve. Addict, condemn, convict, dictate, prescribe, inhibit, stray, roam, enclose, execute. Coincide, lag, cling, erase, grind, knit, inquire, betray, leak, smash. Bounce, sprawl, converse, recite, disregard, frown, evoke, pledge, aspire, contemplate. Grace, enlightenment, commerce, draft, barrel, timber, garment, thread, cabinet, bureau. Autonomy, toll, discourse, superstition, glimpse, arithmetic, glossary, archive, legacy, anthropology. Rage, sorrow, psychiatrist, ward, stall, flame, moisture, irony, warrior, astronomy. Probe, altitude, tumor, defect, sanitation, longevity, scope, sentiment, plausible, vigorous. Masculine, rigid, adverse, coherent, literal, arbitrary, anonymous, antique, eternal, intermediate. Subordinate, gloomy, thermal, faint, naive, apt, arrogant, extrovert, conspicuous, intact. Embody, illuminate, console, verify, disclose, stack, rotate, constrain, hinder, withstand. Tweet, sneeze, erupt, blur, overlap, embed, displace, render, plunge, surrender. Plug, suck, mock, tease, soothe, stain, shun, stumble, flush, impair. Presume, contend, roar, haunt, divert, await, fetch, unify, inspect, entail. Tactics, feat, prestige, analogy, conscience, textile, deficit, plague, hazard, metabolism. Paralysis, grid, carriage, friction, rebel, regime, monopoly, staple, merchandise, vendor. Supervisor, predecessor, personnel, vessel, liver, duration, certificate, geometry, symmetry, biography. Masterpiece, rhyme, premium, breakdown, courtesy, protocol, specimen, thesis, eligible, intrinsic. Diligent, vocational, bankrupt, stern, stubborn, maternal, fertile, ripe, stiff, obsolete. vacant, acoustic, preliminary, approximate, implicit, punctual, compatible, ample, pervasive, ubiquitous. Deduce, simulate, merge, penetrate, cater, assault, torture, bleed, erect, cherish. Arouse, doom, mourn, dread, nourish, inject, swear, bid, corrupt, preoccupy. Browse, compile, allocate, offset, restrain, comply, expire, embark, flap, furnish. Forge, thrust, dispatch, resent, reconcile, allege, oppress, expel, ascend, commence. Advent, reign, diplomacy, embassy, exile, refuge, plight, solitude, fallacy, latitude. Eclipse, basin, erosion, archaeology, errand, mercy, rhetoric, verse, congestion, sewage. Complement, subsidy, mortgage, attorney, outfit, bulk, reunion, synthesis, mold, thirst. Greed, bribe, contempt, texture, orphan, harassment, hay, doctrine, holistic, liable. Earnest, intelligible, abrupt, reckless, furious, eloquent, juvenile, notorious, timid, humid. Contagious, cynical, dumb, monotonous, perpetual, dizzy, weary, numb, mortal, zealous.
はーい。皆様、お疲れ様でした。何回も繰り返し使ってください。またね。